How's it going, everyone? I am Splatterpotterybot, here with some more Pokemon news. And a few days ago, a brand new trailer came out, and it shows a bunch of new stuff. It shows Gigantamaxing, new Pokemon, and of course new characters. So let's start off with the new Pokemon. Now, I didn't cover the information in the E3 demo, but there was a Pokemon in there called Impotent, which is a dark fairy type. There's not much information on that Pokemon, so I'm not gonna talk about it right now. But another Pokemon that was shown in that E3 demo was Yamper over here, which now is sort of officially, even though we already know about it, being revealed in this trailer. So, Yamper is an electric type, there's its height and invade, and its ability is Ball Fetch, which is kind of interesting. Basically what happens is, if one of your Pokeballs fails to catch a Pokemon, it will bring that Pokeball back, and then it'll be its new held item, so it can't do it if it's holding a item already. As you can see, here's the description. It's strong. It's all very dog-like things. Of course, it is a dog, right? And how it crackles as it runs and things like that. Not much to say here. And another new Pokemon over here. We got Alcremie, starting to get into the Pokemon that actually are being revealed with the trailer. This is a fairy type. There's Hide and Raid, and its ability is Sweet Veil. And there's its descriptions. And look at that, they're making a reference to the fact that people do eat Pokemon, which is kind of disturbing, I want to say. I mean, it says can produce whipped cream and stuff. Yeah. So then we have Roly-Coly, which is your object Pokemon, object-based Pokemon. Doesn't seem too impressive to me. It's Rock type. There's his Hide and Bait, and has the ability Steam Engine and Heat Proof. I'm pretty sure Steam Engine is a new ability. Of course, new generation, new abilities. And there on the right description, as you can see, it talks about how in the olden days apparently people always had one of these, so they had a source of coal. This new Pokemon is Duraludon. Duraludon. Yep, I am saying that right. This is a Steel Dragon Pokemon, and it's 5.11 in height. There's its weight, and its ability is Light Metal and Heavy Metal. And now let's see its description. As you can see, the whole thing with this Pokemon is that even though it's all made of metal and very, bulky looking, it's that it's still surprisingly light despite all of that. You can see that it mentions, they fight Tyrannotars regularly. As you can see here, they share their habitat with Tyranitar, and these two Pokemon are often seen battling each other over in the mountains of the Galar region. And as you can see there's a Tyranitar right there. There's a new gym leader called Nessa, which I didn't cover. This was who was in the E3 demo. Her gym is what's used as the place for the E3 demo. More new characters, 2 new gym leaders, Via for fighting type and Alistair for ghost type. Alistair in particular looks like he's wearing a Shy Guy like mask or something. These two are version exclusives. So Via is in the Pokemon Sword and Alistair is for Pokemon Shield. More new characters, Chairman Rose, This person like runs a big company, runs like Pokemon League, I think. I don't know. I really don't have much to say about these. So yes. And then we have his assistant or secretary, Oleana over here. And then we get into the big main part of this trailer is Gigantamaxing, which is like, well, it's basically like how Z moves. There's normal Z moves that all Pokemon can use, but there's also exclusive Z moves. This is kind of like that, but with Dynamaxing. Oh, and except that it's counted as a separate mechanic. So, the difference between this and Dynamaxing is that while Dynamaxes just makes the Pokemon bigger, you know, and makes it a bit more powerful and changes the moves into max moves, Dynamax, Gigantamaxing changes the Pokemon into their Gigantamax forms. They have new forms for Gigantamax. So in addition to becoming huge just like in Dynamax, they also gain new forms. And also, even more than that, they will also gain new G-Max moves. Not like Max moves, which are the Pokemon's normal moves changed. These G-Max moves are specific to these Pokemon. And another thing to know about a Dynamax is that... Oh, sorry, not Dynamax. Gigantamax. Every time I have to get used to saying all these new terms and stuff. With Gigantamax, not every Pokemon of that species is able to Gigantamax. So, like, currently the Gigantamax forms we have confirmed so far are Dreadnought, Corviknight, and Alcremie. These are the 3 Pokemon we know as of right now that can Gigantamax. Obviously, there's probably gonna be much more than that. Now, only certain Pokemon can Gigantamax, so if you have a Pokemon of that species that is capable of Gigantamaxing, when you try to Dynamax it, it'll instead Gigantamax. And to get a Gigantamax capable Pokemon of that species, you'll have to go through max raid battles, which they are very rare to find. So anyway, let's go into the Gigantamax forms. So here we have Gigantamax Dreadnought. As you can see, it's standing up like that, and it's obviously very huge. It is Water Rock type, and for the heights, these are very, very big. And as you can see, they have plus on the end of them. The heights have plus on the end of them, so that probably means that these heights are on top of their current height. Ability, Strong Jaw, and Shell Armor. They don't actually show the weights for any of the Gigantamax Pokemon. So here's the description for Gigantamax Dreadnought, and as you can see, it's talking about how powerful it is. I mean, so powerful apparently that it can punch holes through rocky mountains. Yikes. So let's look at Gigantamax Dreadnought's G-Max move, which is Stone Surge. And this, it says it doesn't just deal damage to an opponent, it will scatter sharp rocks and cause a Pokemon to take damage when they enter the battlefield. So basically, this is, if you know the move Stealth Rocks, that's what that does. This is like Stealth Rock, except it's also an attack. It's using the effect of Stealth Rocks as an additional effect to the attack. It's pretty powerful. It's useful, I guess you could say. Oh gosh. Here we have Gigantamax Corviknight, And as you can see, it doesn't look too different in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but the biggest thing you'll note looking at it is it has those tiny little bird, well, not tiny because it's huge, but tiny little bird things flying around it, whatever those are. So it is flying steel type still, that's its height, and ability, pressure, and a nerve. Now, let's look at the description. Reinforced body armor, probably high defenses. And then on the right description it mentions independently flying blade birds. Independently flying blade birds. It says that these blade birds are capable of flying independently. So it's like they have their own free will? That's strange. Anyway, Corviknight uses these to attack and to slash at the opponents. So that's kind of cool. You can see that, I think, in the trailer where during an attack it'll kind of throw the birds, not really throw, just kind of send them after the opponent Pokemon. Anyway, here we have G-Max Wind Rage. It's the G-Max move for Gigantamax Corviknight over here. And here we go. G-Max Wind Rage deals damage to an opponent, but that's not all. It'll also remove any effects of moves. These include Fleck, Light Screen, Spikes, Electric Terrain that opponents may have. Now, I'm not sure whether they mean it's limited to just those additional effects that it'll remove, but it seems, I mean, they say remove any effect. I mean, I think I'm looking too much into that, but that also seems really strong. That also seems strong. Maybe not as strong as what, you know, free stealth rocks, damaging stealth rocks, but still, I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. Gosh, it's still probably a really good move. Also remember that Gigantamax, and also like Dynamax, is only for 3 turrets, but still, these additional effects might still be very good. Anyway, now we have Gigantamax Alcremie, Fairy type. There's its height, there's its ability, Sweet Veil. Now look at its description. It's talking about how its creamy body is resistant to shock, and apparently the berry parts of its body are as hard as diamonds. Yikes. So maybe defensive. Anyway, here is its G-Max move, G-Max Finale. Finale? Whatever you call it. Fairy type moves. Oh, by the way, another thing to notice, with these Gigantamax Pokemon, all moves of a certain type the Pokemon knows will become the G-Max move. That's what it's saying here. So in this case, it's fairy moves. Right. So here's like when I read this, I was just like, really? Did they really? Is that really a thing? I mean, look at what it says. G-Max Finale will heal all Pokemon on Alcremie's side while dealing damage to an opponent. That sounds insane. That sounds absolutely insane. I mean, okay, there's 2 ways you could interpret that. And I don't know for sure which one it is. All Pokemon on Alcremie's side. So that could mean in like a double or a triple battle. If triple battles come back, let's hope they do. Let's hope they do. If triple battles or come back, or even double battles, if you have a Gigantamax Alcremie out and you use this move, then if the other Pokemon you have out on your team, they will be healed up. The other thing that this could mean is that it will literally heal every single Pokemon in your party. I'm inclined to believe that it's the latter, which is quite good. But yeah, that's really all there is to say so far. I mean, I like the new Pokemon Alcremie. Don't really care for the other Pokemon. The new characters are okay. Gigantamaxing as a concept is just like, I'd like it if in the next Pokemon games that they don't try and put some sort of big flashy gimmick thing like this, and rather go for more subtler changes. Well, subtle, I guess that's of your opinion what's subtle and what isn't. Because really Mega Evolution Z moves and now Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing have all been some sort of variation on the idea of some sort of super move or super transformation or super attack, something like that. That's what I think. You know, whereas Gen 2 gave us held items, Gen 3 gave us abilities, Gen 4 gave us the physical special split, stuff like that. I'd rather see things, you know, like that. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it so far. Yeah, so we got a new trailer, new information from the trailer, and that's what there is to say. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like because it helps with the channel a lot, and be sure to subscribe for some more Pokemon news. Thanks for watching. Bye.